All right, guys, welcome back to Gospel News, bringing you updates back to back on how we take the go. Now, the Biafra National Guard don't finally drop another video. This one is according to the way when Nigeria take they do their own, which is the Armed Forces Heroes Remembrance Day, which is those people who don't die fighting for Nigeria, Nigerian soldiers. So the Biafra National Guard don't talk, say, they still need to observe their own for the Biafran people went by during the civil war against Nigerian Biafra civil war. They observed the wreath laying and also paid tribute and respect to the fallen heroes of Biafra in the past. Make it no be like say I won't waste your time talking to you about this matter. I go want make you hear from them directly. So make I let you now watch the video. Stay tuned and make sure you touch the share button so other people go see this video. Thank you and God bless.
All protocol observed. Biafran massacres. The challenges of the new Biafrans. The challenges of the new Biafra. The forced amalgamation of 1914 and the renaming of the British Corporation to Nigeria on October 1960 has culminated in the state-sponsored instigation of deep division, distrust, and massacres against the peoples of old eastern region of Nigeria, which metamorphosed into the independent Republic of Biafra on May 30th, 1967. The entrepreneurial threat of the peoples of Biafra have made us victims of our own success since the Nigerian military coup of July 1966, which followed a series of massacres in the northern region, leading to the death of over 100,000 Easterners, mostly of the Igbos, and the military and the civilian populace. The reactions from the colonial Britain and its enterprise, Nigeria, to the declaration of independence by the military governor of Eastern Region, Lieutenant Colonel Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, is the systematic and deliberate perpetration of several atrocities against the peoples and state of Biafra. The military actions in the guise of police action decreed in January 1967 by the then head of military government of Nigeria, Yakubu Gowon, has been the tool to carry out gross military misconduct and massacres against the indigenes of Biafra till date. The intentional lukewarm attitude of the numerous massacres against the people of Biafra is no longer acceptable, as the Convention on the Prevention and the Punishment of the Crime of Genocide, adopted on December 1948, has embodied a new global commitment to ensure that never again should any person endure the horror of genocide. Never again will the people and state of Biafra endure another massacre, genocide, or pogrom. In our memories are our people massacred in the northern region of Nigeria in 1966. Also, when our people fled to their homes in the east for safety and exercising their right to self-government as agreed upon in Aburi, Ghana on 4th and 5th of January 1967. The international community watched on from 6th of July 1967 when the Nigerian artillery shells rained down the Biafran territories of Ogoja, Obudu, Gakim, and Soka, destroying lives, homes, properties, farmlands, schools, markets, hospitals, churches, and investment. The occupying Nigerian troops advanced through Enugu, guided by aerial bombardment on 26 September 1967, committing atrocious crimes against the citizens. What a sacrilege. Meanwhile, a seaborne attack was also ongoing in the coastal area of Biafra against the people of Opobo in Bonny Island. On the 5th of October 1967, troops from the occupying Nigerian forces entered the Biafran town of Asaba, ransacking, looting, and killing civilians. Frustrated and frightened the townspeople of Asaba in the morning of 7th October 1967. Pledged loyalty while parading in solidarity, but there was no help. The occupying forces separated the men and teenage boys from the crowd gathered in open square and opened fire on them. Over 10,000 male-born were massacred in Asaba on that very fateful day. What a crime. What a sacrilege. Artillery bombardment continued in Onitsha on 4th of October 1967, looting and burning of homes and Onitsha market. Also, citizens in Warri, Sapele, and Uheli were also being bombarded and violated through October 1967. The citizens of Calabar came under naval and aerial bombardment on the 17th of October 1967. The massacre continued at Ide town to force the crossing over of the Mmiri Oboru, which they popularly called River Niger, in December 1967. The year 1968 began in a bloodbath for the people of Udi, Adani, and the Oka. The carnage against the people and state of Biafra continued through Abagana, Oron, Uyo, Eket, Opobo, Obiakpo, Afam, Obiigbo, Okreka, and Igrita. In August 1968, artillery shellings and aerial bombardment was reoccurring in the Biafran environs and towns of Awara, Asa, Aba, and Owerri. From March 1969, the territories of Uzuakole, Umuakpo, Ameke, and Umuahia were indiscriminately violated by the occupying Nigerian forces. Through May 1969, the massacre of people of Biafra went on regardless at Uguta, Udi, and Arochukwu. The memories of the starving children of Biafra, those massacred, and that of Bruce Mayrock of American Columbia University, who set himself on fire and died in protest of the massacring on Biafrans, should serve as a reminder to our thoughts and conscience. Subsequently, massacres of Biafrans during peaceful assembly and demonstration is a proof of the occupying Nigerian government escalating disregard for the sanctity of human life, as attested by international human rights organizations, including Amnesty International. Instead of development, the new millennium began with the massacre of Biafran civilians at Okigwe on the 29th March 2003, under the watch of the fourth Imo State Governor, Achike Udenwa. Then the fourth Anambra State Governor, Peter Obi, ordered the shoot-aside of pro-Biafran Masop activists at Okpoko on 15th June 2006. Also, under his watch, there was a massacre of Biafrans who were thrown into the Ezu River in the year 2008. What a crime. The massacres of pro-Biafran peaceful demonstrators continued in August 2015 at Enugu, under the watch of the fourth Enugu State Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi. Iyenogua, under the watch of the fourth Bayelsa State Governor Henry Dixon. In Uyo, under the watch of the fourth Akwa Ibom State Governor Udum Emmanuel. In Port Harcourt, under the watch of the fourth Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike. In Asaba, under the watch of the fourth Delta State Governor Ifeanyi Okowa. In December 2015, at Oka and the Onitsha Bridgehead, peaceful pro-Biafran demonstrators were shot to kill by the occupying forces under the watch of the fourth Anambra State Governor Willie Obiano. On the streets of Aba in January 2016, peaceful assembly of Biafrans turned into a massacre, and in February 2016, those paid at the Aba National High School were killed and their bodies thrown into a borrow pit under the watch of the fourth Abia State Governor, Okezie Ikpeazu. What a shame. The 29th to 30th May 2016, peaceful gathering of indigenous Biafrans became a massacre from the towns of Ogidi, Onitsha, Mpo, also spilling into Abraka, Asaba, under the watch of Willie Obiano and Ifeanyi Okowa. In 2017, under the watch of Nyesom Wike, the Solidarity Rally for U.S. President Donald Trump, held in Port Harcourt, escalated into a massacre against indigenous Biafran. The towns of Afaruku, Ogwe, Aba, Isialangwa, and Umuahia were turned into an orgy of violence and killings perpetrated by the occupying Nigerian forces against the citizens. Under the watch of Okezie Ikpeazu in September 2017, the massacre against defenseless and unarmed Biafrans by shoot to kill continued in Emene, Enugu in August 2020, under the watch of Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi. From October to November 2020, in Obiubo town, under the watch of Nyesom Wike, a state-sponsored mass killing was carried out by the occupying forces by house-to-house forced entry, blockade of electricity, telecommunication and essential needs, and a dusk to dawn curfew. Also, the Okagwo-Ohafia Road Massacre on 28 October 2021 under the watch of Okezie Ikpeazu. The Biafran towns of Olo, also Eziama, Ihube, and Osumohu have continued to be bombarded via airstrikes and invasion by occupying forces under the watch of the fourth Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodimma, since 2021 till date. These defunct state governors, the occupying Nigerian Armed Forces, the occupying Nigerian Armed Forces chiefs, and the police inspector general should be made to account for the massacring of defenseless and unarmed Biafrans during their tenures. I repeat, these defunct state governors, the occupying Nigerian Armed Forces chiefs, and the police inspector general should be made to account for the massacring of defenseless and unarmed Biafrans during their tenures. The International Criminal Courts should, as a matter of urgency, listen to the calls made by the Biafran Provincial Government, BPG, Government of the State of Biafra, on the massacre against Biafra since 1966 till date. The massacres of the peoples of Biafra is a crime against humanity and gross breach of our rights to the nationality as enshrined in Article 15 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The flowing perpetrators of the 1967 to 1970 massacres against the people and state of Biafra must be held to account in the persons of Yakubu Gowon, Shua Mohammed, Sule, Apollo, Martin Adamu, Enuwa Wishisu, Benjamin Adekunle, T.Y. Danjuma, Ibrahim Taiwo, Motla Mohammed, Shongu Musa Yarodua, Ted Hammond, E.A. Etuk, Philemon Shandi, Atani Akirende, Mohammed Buhari, Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, Bisala, Gibson Jallo, and Olusegun Obasanjo. The recent protests for the payment of their pensions by veterans of the Nigerian Biafran Civil War is a testament of the occurrence of mass murder, genocide, pogrom, and massacre against the people and state of Biafra. The Armed Forces Remembrance Day, organized by the occupying Nigerian government, is null and void in all Biafran territories, as the 15th day of January annually is thereby set aside for Biafrans brutally massacred from 1966 till date. Working to update global framework and make them more effective in the 21st century. The human rights and fundamental freedom of the people and state of Biafra must be accorded. The mutual recognition and bilateral relations with the peoples and states of Biafra would surely translate the commitment of the international community on the prevention of genocide into tangible actions, which would forever hold the memories in our heart of the victims and survivors of the numerous massacre since 1966 till date. Thanks and God bless us all.
All right, guys, I don't see the video. Now, the second video of the Biafra National Guard within drop, celebrating Biafrans, where they remember them just like Nigerians. And the president, what did they call Bola Ahmed Tinubu, laid wreath on top remembrance of fallen heroes. That is the Nigerian military men we don't buy in line of duty. Nine, the Biafra National Guard. Still they remember the massacre where they talk about Biafra during the time of Ojukwu when they engage in war between Nigeria and Biafra. When you touch the share button so that other people will follow you see the video. As we take CM so, now so we take the talk. Thank you.